Hi everybody, this is Bogus Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the Marvel Legends Walgreens exclusive Dani Moonstar figure. So before I start this review, I would like to give a huge thank you to the sponsor of this video, Omega Level Toys and Comics, providing you with the best selection of collectible toys at competitive prices. Be sure to check them out at omegaleveltoys.square.site. I will leave the link right here as well as in the description below. So now, let's go ahead and take a look at Dani Moonstar's accessories. So first up, she comes with her bow, and it's cast in this light brown color, and the only paint that it has to it is right here on the handle, the wrapping here, and it's done in a tan color. I wish they would have painted the string black instead of just leaving it the same color as the bow. I think that would have looked a lot better. And the bow, it's made of like a thin kind of plastic, the back of it, the string is. But if you pull it like that, then as you can see, it's going to pull on the rest of the bow. So you don't want to do that, because originally I had Dani posed like that. And as you can see, it warped this just a little bit. So now, let's go ahead and get this in her hand. You will have to open it up like that. And her hand can hold this kind of loosely, especially if you don't have it resting against her hip, it will kind of fall down. But if you have it resting against her hip there, she'll hold it right. She also comes with this arrow. And I believe this is what was going to come with the original Dani Moonstar figure that was supposed to come out in like 2013. I'm pretty sure this is the same arrow. It has some red for the feather on the back and some gunmetal color for the arrowhead. And it does have this little peg right here that you can have her left or right hand hold. And she doesn't hold it the greatest because, as you can see, her hands are kind of wide open. And she just holds it like that. But if you rest it on the inside of the bow, it's kind of tricky to do on camera here. So there she is with the bow and the arrow. And of course, this isn't in the greatest pose. If you take your time with it, you can get her in a really good pose with this. Or as best as you can for a figure, I should say. Because I wish they would have given her a different hand for this. It looks kind of funny with the closed hand like that, because that's not how you shoot a bow and arrow at all. But, you know, it's a figure, so it doesn't look bad. And with more time, you can pose it around and get it in a better pose than I did. Since this is a review, I'm not really going to try and get her posed to hold it exactly. But she can do that if you have the time and patience to work with it. So now let's go ahead and take a look at this head sculpt before I switch to the other head sculpts. So for this head sculpt, I think Hasbro did a really good job on it. The hair is sculpted really nicely, and the wrappings down here going down to the ponytails, or the pigtails I guess you'd consider them. It looks really nice. And all the paint apps on the face came out nice as well. Her eyelashes there and the pupils, everything came out clean and centered, and the lips came out clean. Everything about this head sculpt, I just really love it. Especially the sculpt of the hair, it looks really good. So now let's go ahead and switch this out to make Wolf's Bane. So you pop the hands off, and then pop the head off. And then you pop Wolf's Bane's head on. And it is just a little bit tough to pop on. But once it goes on, it stays on, and it's not loose or anything like that, or too tight, which the Karma head is, which I will show off in just a second. So you get these brown hands, and I'm pretty sure these are new, because I don't remember them being used. I don't think they were used with Jackal. I could be wrong about that, though. So you just switch these in like so, and now you have Wolf's Bane, the second out of all three characters that you can make with this figure. And I think it looks really good. Taking a look at this head sculpt, I think it also looks really nice. She has some really nice sculpted detail to her hair. As you can see, a little bit of the red didn't get painted on right there, but that's not a huge complaint. Her teeth kind of look like all one piece, so I feel like it could have been just sculpted a little bit better. But overall, I can't complain. I think that looks pretty good. So now let's go ahead and switch the parts out to make Karma. Let's pop that off. And she comes with two open hands, and I know we've seen these used with previous female figures before. So let's go ahead and pop that on there. Now, getting this head on is the most difficult out of all of them. It is very, very tight and takes a lot to get it on there. As you can see, it is a very small peg hole. And putting this on is pretty tough. There. So that is the best I can get the Karma head sculpt on. And it just doesn't want to move at all. Of course, it'll move down and up because of that swivel, but it won't move side to side. If you do, you can see that it's starting to warp the neck right there. As you can see, if you try to move the head around on this figure, then it'll probably tear that neck up. So that is pretty unfortunate. I don't know if it's like that on all of them, but yeah, that definitely scares me. So I won't move her head side to side, because if you try, like you see right there, it starts making it loose. But looking at this head sculpt, the hair is also sculpted nicely. The band in her hair right there is done in yellow. And it missed some paint right there, but that's not a huge deal. She has really nice paint apps on her eyes. And her lips are a little spotty. The bottom lip is done in a metallic pink, and the rest is done in a metallic dark purple. And they're off to the right just a little bit, her lips are. They're supposed to be centered a little bit over here. But it's not really a big deal, because you can't really tell it unless, of course, you have it really up close. But that is the third character that you can make with this. I've also seen people make Magma and Magic with this. Of course, that's kit bashing instead of just, using the parts that comes with this figure. But you can make more than just the 3 characters that you can make with this pack with this figure. So let's take that off. There. And what I like to do is I like to leave this hand for Dani. And Dani's head pops on just a little bit hard. But it's not too tight or anything like that. It's just fine. Now, what I was saying is, if you can get this the right way, you can get her... I think this hand looks better with the bow. Again, it's just kind of one of those things you really have to pose it and have the patience with it. And you can actually get her holding it and the bow together. But it's definitely a balancing act when you do that. So I do like to leave the hand for Karma on Dani Moonstar. So taking a look at the body... This is just the standard female body mold, but I'm pretty sure these gloves are brand new. All the lines came out pretty clean on this figure. The lines are just a little bit wavy on the right side there, but not too bad. And the X logo on the left of her chest, it came out clean. And as I said before, I'm pretty sure these are new. I don't recall seeing them before. It's the same with the boots. I could be wrong about that. It is cast in yellow, and they painted the black over top of it, but they did a pretty good job matching the blacks up, the flat blacks. It's down here on the legs, they're actually cast in black, that it changes. It goes from dull to shiny. And I did get some paint rub right here on the left arm. You get some yellow right there. But that really doesn't bother me, because honestly, I have seen worse than that. And down here, I'm pretty sure these are new, because this is a separate piece, but I thought it swiveled, but actually it pegs in the leg. It's glued down like this. So I'm pretty sure that's new, because I don't remember seeing these. I kept trying and trying to turn the leg, and I thought it was just a stuck joint, but no, it's actually just glued in there. And of course the feet are the standard female feet. So that's about all to go over with this figure. So now, let's go over the articulation. She has a ball-jointed head that can look back all the way. You do have to work with it, but you can get her looking back all the way. She can look down all the way. She can move her head side to side. She has ball-jointed shoulders that can move out all the way. She has single-jointed elbows that can bend in that far and swivel side to side. She has a swiveled wrist that can move side to side, and down all the way, and up all the way. She has a ball-jointed diaphragm that can move back all the way, and forward just slightly. I wish it was the opposite. I wish she could move forward more and back just a little bit less. It can also move side to side just slightly. She has ball-jointed hips that can only move out that far. She can kick forward all the way. She can kick back all the way. She has swivel at the thigh, double-jointed knee, swivel at the ankle that can move down all the way, up all the way, and an ankle rocker. So now, let's do some size comparisons. So first up, here she is next to Professor X from the Rider's Wave. Here she is next to Cannonball. And of course, Cannonball is not in the right outfit. I do hope they will give us another pack so we can get Cypher and Cannonball in the same uniform, his New Mutants uniform. Here she is next to Magic, which, before this review, I would have said that these two looks don't go together. But the New Mutants issue that just came out this Wednesday, Dani is in this outfit and Magic is in this. So you can actually use these two in a display. Though I'd still love to get a Magic in the same New Mutants uniform. And finally, here she is next to the Warlock Build-A-Figure. So there she is next to the Warlock Build-A-Figure. Since we got this single figure that you can make 3 different figures with, I figure Hasbro will eventually give us the rest of the New Mutants. I mean, why would you make, a majority of the New Mutants and not make the rest? So I believe Hasbro will eventually complete the team because, Hasbro's been doing a lot of X-Men waves. So I think we will definitely complete this team sometime soon. So I'd highly recommend this figure. So that's my review. If you like this review, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and be sure to check out Omega Level Toys and Comics. Link is in the description below.